Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining me. I'm Cheryl and this is Your Journey Yoga. Today we are going to focus on sciatic nerves, piriformis, and just those hips, the outer hips. So giving them a little bit of love. A fairly quick practice, but an effective one. Remember guys, it's about consistency and about kindness. So really listening to your body, recognizing when maybe it's not so great, to take a step or two back or opt out entirely, but to just be gentle and kind to your body. All right, so to start, we're going to sit in a cross-legged position. If that is not even in the works today, guys, just extend those legs out either into a wide V or straight out in front. So find some place that feels pretty decent for you, okay? Good might not be the right term. So some place that's tolerable. If you need a pillow underneath your bum, a bolster, whatever you need to make it happen, make it happen. And we're going to bring those hands down by the sides, pressing your palms towards the mat, sitting up nice and tall, crown of the head reaching towards the sky, and we're just going to close our eyes. And we're going to feel the length in that spine, the length through the neck, all the way out through the crown of the head. And just checking in with those hips, guys. What's going on today? Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale and release that right hand down, left arm up and over. Just a long lateral stretch from the fingertips all the way down to the hip. Inhale, reach to the sky, both arms come up. Exhale, other side, left hand down, right arm up and over. And again, that lateral flexion, oh my goodness. Inhale, reach to the sky, both arms come up. One more time, each side, take it up and over. Inhale, reach, both arms come up. One more time, take it up and over. Inhale, reach, both arms come up. Exhale, lengthen and hinge it forward, core is strong. Now at this point, maybe we want to cross those legs. Relax the weight of the upper body down. So here we get into that lower back and we get into those hips, that outer hip. So we can support with those hands as much as we need to, lifting a bit. And then just gently let gravity take a hold of the weight of the upper body and let yourself sink. So we never want to just go super fast into a pose. We want to just gently get there. And gravity is our really good friend here. And we're just going to breathe and let the body know that it's okay to let go at its own pace. And let's walk those hands back up. Let's take that left foot, crossing it up and over the right, either bringing it to the base of the knee or crossing to the top of the knee. So deciding what's right for you today. And we're going to sit up nice and tall. Now it's still early, right? We just started practice. So if the hip's not quite ready for it, guys, don't force it yet. Okay? There's no forcing. We're going to get there when the body's ready. And we're going to sit up nice and tall and just gently pull that left knee in towards the chest. Breathe. Slow, steady breaths, working to get that left sit bone to the mat. A little activation through the upper body, which is kind of cool. We get a little added bonus, as well as getting that nice stretch. So anytime we lift that leg up and over and getting that cross, we're opening up that sciatic nerve joint. So getting a little extra flow there for the nerve. Hopefully feeling a little relief. Breathe. Now gently release the intensity and just kind of let that knee roll open, noticing if that changes anything. Now on your exhale, gently pull it back up. Breathe. Sit up nice and tall. Lengthen that spine, always promoting good posture, guys. Our posture can wreak havoc on our bodies. So we really want to promote that good, tall, strong posture. Gently release and let's switch sides. So we cross that left leg under, right foot comes up, just below the knee or crossing to the top of the knee. And we're going to sit up nice and tall. Using the strength of those arms, pull that knee in. We're working to get that right sit bone down against the mat. It may or may not happen, guys, and don't judge if it's not. Okay, we're working towards that. It's a journey, right? And it's a good one. We just got to allow ourselves to enjoy it instead of criticize. Okay, so I just noticed that left hip finally just kind of went, oh. I hope yours did the same thing. Using that strength, You got to give it permission to let go. It's got to figure out, okay, yeah, you're not going to go too deep, too fast. So feeling that nice stretch in that right hip. Now we're going to release the intensity and just kind of let that knee roll open. Again, let gravity take the weight of the leg. And then as you exhale, pull it back up. Re-engage through those arms, through that upper and middle back. Sitting up nice and tall, core muscles are engaged. And just breathe. So you might notice as we go through today, it's a little less of a flow. I'll try and tie them together as best we can, but really just focusing on some really good stretches to help with that piriformis, to help with that sciatic nerve, to get some good stretches for that outer hip. And let's gently release, sweeping that right foot around, right hand to that knee or to the ankle. Inhale, reach to the sky, and as you exhale, just lean in over to the right. Nice long stretch all the way down the side. Inhale it back up. Place that left hand to the mat, right arm up and over, and we're going to lift those hips. Breathe, reach, reach, reach. And then place it back down. Sweep it up and over one more time, each side. Inhale it back up. Release your hand. Lift those hips. Reach those right fingertips. And have a seat once again. Sweep those feet around to the other side. Left hand to the outside of that left leg. Take that left arm up and over. Reach, 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 and lift. Ah, yes. And then take it back up and over. One more time each direction. And lift, reach, reach, reach. Oh, good stretch all the way down that left side. And release it down. Take it up and over. And release it down. And let's sweep both hands towards the top of the mat, coming up to tabletop. Hands are shoulder width apart, knees are hip width, and we're just going to gently sway hips side to side. So as those hips sway, our core remains strong, and just a nice gentle stretch through those hips. Now we're going to take those hips to the right, and we're going to hold it. We're going to lift out of those shoulders, and we're just going to gently press the hip to the right. Do you feel that nice stretch in that right hip? Feels pretty good. And then come back to center, and then take it to the left. And just let those hips sway to the left. And do you notice one side holds a little more tension than the other? And come back to center. Core is strong, extending. Right leg straight back. We're going to cross that right leg up and over the left. And just keep that leg straight. Toes just gently touching the mat. Little curvature of the spine, but we're really working to keep those shoulders square. Now bend that right knee and place those knees as closely together as you can. Feet open out behind you into a nice wide V. Giant step forward with your hands and then gently press back. Breathe. Finding that breath, allowing that forehead to come towards the mat. Breathing into those hips, guys. And let's slowly walk those hands back towards the knees and place your bottom between your feet. So here's another one. If you have a bolster or a pillow, if you want to sit on it, perfect. Working to get those knees stacked just as best you can. Palms of the hands to the soles of the feet, working to get that left hip, left sit bone to the mat. And let's gently release it down. Tummy towards the chest. Tummy towards the chest. Tummy towards the thigh, and just release the weight of the upper body down. I love when my brain does that. It's like taking a vacation. See you in a sec. Breathe. So see if you can feel those hips. Just gently surrender. Lengthen through the crown of the head, and we rise. Releasing the hands, coming forward. And releasing that right leg back to tabletop. Core is strong. Extend. Left leg straight back. And we cross that left leg up and over. Flex your foot so those toes are just gently resting on the mat. Again, we work to square the upper body, squaring those shoulders. A little bit of that C shape with your spine. It's all good. Just feeling that good little stretch. And then pull that left knee in right next to the right. And we're going to nestle those knees together just as tightly as you can get them, opening those feet behind you to a nice wide V. Big step forward with one hand and then the other, and then gently press back. So as we press those sit bones back and lengthen from fingertips to the sit bones, feel that great stretch. Not just in your hips, but through the shoulders, down your spine, through the ribs. Should feel really good, you guys. And you can choose to stay right here. Or as you like, walk your hands back, and again, sitting your bottom right between those feet. Again, sitting on a pillow or a bolster if you need to, working to stack those knees just as best you can. Sit up as tall as you can sit and work to get that right sit bone back to the mat. It's probably lifted a bit, just fine. We're working towards it, right? It's a practice, our yoga practice. It's not called yoga perfection. Breathe. That would be intimidating, right? Yoga practice is intimidating enough. And then slowly, slowly begin to release your tummy down. And just release the weight of the head. Let yourself just fold forward. Give your body permission to relax and surrender into the pose. So this is our half a cow face pose. Typically we would add those arms in too, but today we're just focusing on the lower part of the body. Core strong, we lengthen through the crown of the head, slowly rise all the way back up. Let's bring the hands forward, up onto those knees, releasing that left leg back to tabletop, and let's sit it back to child's pose. Extending those arms out nice and long, hips back towards your heels, forehead towards the mat, and breathe. Inhale, lifting just slightly, walk your hands out to the left, reach to your right fingertips and press your hips to the right. Release the weight of the upper body down. Just that nice long stretch down the right side, all the way into the hip. Inhale, lift just slightly, walk your hands back through center and over to the right, reaching through your left fingertips, pressing that left hip out, reaching through those fingertips to the right, and just relax your head. Inhale, lift just slightly, walk your hands back through to child's pose. Extend those arms out nice and long, hands shoulder width apart. Let's lift the forehead, tuck the toes, press and lift your hips to the sky, up to downward facing dog. Now here, it's all about the backs of the legs. Down dog, great pose to strengthen through the arms and the shoulders, to lengthen through the spine and through the backs of the legs. Let's alternate bending knees, walk it out. As you exhale, let both heels sink. Let's inhale it to high plank. Crocodile down. Press it through up dog. And exhale to down dog. Taking the gaze between your hands, walk, step, or hop to forward fold. Inhaling up to monkey half lift. Exhale down. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. And pull those hands to heart center. Find a focal point out in front of you. Shift your weight to your left foot. Crossing that right foot out in front of you. Big toe just barely touching the mat. And then gently lift that right leg just above that left knee. Now if you want to move close to a wall or a chair or a counter, absolutely great idea. Our balancing pose, yes, always good to work on balance, but again, we're working on that hip. Begin to sit it back, a little or a lot. Find your breath. So the deeper you sit, the more you're going to challenge that left leg, and the more you're going to feel the stretch in that right hip. Chest is tall, core is strong. And we slowly rise, lifting that right knee to 90 degrees and gently step it out. Roll out your ankle, stretch your toes on that left side, get rid of the wiggles in the arms, let the tension go in the neck and the shoulders, and then once again pull your hands back to heart center. Standing tall, core strong, we shift our weight now to our right foot. Left foot crosses in front of the right, big toe just barely touching the mat. And again, you can stay here or begin to slide that left foot up above the right knee, ankle to the outside of the knee, and flex your foot, creating a figure 4 with that left leg. Standing tall or beginning to sit it back. Breathe. Sinking as deep as feels right to you. Chest remains tall. Again, the deeper we sit, the more you're going to fire up that right leg, and you're going to feel that deeper stretch in that left hip. Find your breath, slow it down, and we rise. Releasing that left knee to 90 degrees, and gently place that left foot back to the mat. Roll out your ankles, stretch your toes, get rid of the wiggles with the arms, and we give those shoulders a nice big roll up and back. Shoulders slide down and away. Inhale, reach to the sky, step back with that right foot, back and across, and then as you exhale, arch to the left. Oh, both arms reaching. Find your breath, slight bend in that left knee, slight bend in that right knee. Inhale it back up, step forward with the right foot, step it back and out with the left, and then a little arch back over to the right, soft bend in those knees, reaching through those fingertips. Find that breath, core is strong. Inhale, come back up, and exhale, pull the hands to heart center, to mountain. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, swan dive to forward fold. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down, walk, step, or hop to high plank, crocodile. Press it through up dog. And exhale to down dog. Shifting your weight to your left foot, right toes to the sky. Exhaling and sweeping that right knee through, foot to the inside, to pigeon pose. Chest is tall. If the lower back does not love it here, bring the hands forward a little bit to take some of that arch out of your back. Again, we're working on the hip, focusing on the hip. And we're just going to gently kind of rock side to side. Just a little rotation. If that doesn't feel good to you, stay steady. Breathe. So there's a lot of things that come into play here. So just making sure that it's right. It's the right place for you to be. And then let's find that center. Not listing over onto the side unless you're taking care of that knee. And let's slowly walk the hands forward, stacking the hands and resting the forehead to the back of the hands. Take a big breath in and squeeze every muscle in that lower body. And then exhale, release. And let's slowly walk those hands back up. One hand either side of the knee, tuck your toes, lift your hips, sweep it back, extend right leg to the sky. And gently release it down. We inhale it to high plank, crocodile down. Press it through up dog. And exhale to down dog. Shifting your weight to your right foot, left toes to the sky. Exhaling and sweeping that left knee through, foot to the inside, to pigeon pose. Untuck those toes, again lifting the chest. If that's not great, bring the hands forward, listing over onto that side of the hip if you need to take care of those knees. Otherwise, just celebrate this pigeon pose. Such a great pose. And let's slowly walk those hands forward, stacking those hands, forehead resting against the back of the hands. Here again, gravity is our friend. We're going to take a big breath in and squeeze every muscle in the lower body, and then gently release it. Find that breath. Slow it down. And let's slowly walk those hands back up and just rock it side to side. So a little different after we've been in sleeping pigeon. Better or worse? Is it better for you to do before or after? Or are they kind of same? For me, it's same. Hopefully it just feels good to you. Coming back to center, hands on either side of the knee, tuck your toes, lift your hips, sweep it back, and extend left leg to the sky. And gently release it down. Let's inhale it to high plank. Crocodile down. Press it through up dog. And sit it back to child's pose. Find your breath. Slow, deep breaths. And let's walk the hands up. Come over onto one hip. Sweep your feet around and slide on down towards the top of the mat. Knees are bent. We're going to sit up nice and tall, bringing the hands behind your back. Doesn't matter which way your fingertips are facing. And we're going to cross that right foot, right ankle over that left knee and sit up nice and tall. Find your breath. So again, remember, it's about that lifting and crossing, right, to create space in that hip joint. And we're just going to gently sway those legs side to side. Doesn't matter which way you start. Just a gentle arc left to right, keeping that chest lifted, keeping that core strong, lifting out of the shoulders. We still have a neck. Breathe. Let's do one more each way. Coming back to center, placing that right foot to the mat. Left foot crosses up and over the right knee. And we're going to open up that left knee out to about a figure four. Adjust your hands however you need to. And let's gently play. So just rocking it side to side. So even if it's just one side, guys, that's bothering us, that we're really trying to take care of, it's pretty important that we do the even on both sides. Just so that we don't end up favoring the side that we are actually working on. Oftentimes, I don't know if you've ever had the opportunity to do physical therapy after an injury or after surgery, but oftentimes, wherever you were having the surgery or the injury is often stronger and in better shape than the other side. And it's because we've put so much time and love and energy into that. We want to make sure that we do it evenly. Coming back to center. Release that left foot. Extend your legs out. Flex your feet. Reach to the sky. Hinge it forward. Release your hands and release the weight of your head. So that even work, guys. Spending even time with each side of the body. Making sure we're in balance and harmony. Inhale, reach it out. Sit up nice and tall. Soften your feet and ever so slowly lower it back. Take your time. And relax. Drawing that right knee in towards your chest. Right arm extends out to a T. Left hand to the outside of the right knee. And gently pull your leg across your body. Yes. And then turn and take your gaze out over that right arm. Close your eyes and breathe. The gift of mobility, guys, the gift of living pain-free, priceless, right? Goodness. And hopefully, yoga and these stretches and all the different things that we do together will help you remain pain-free. Coming back to center. Extending that right leg to the sky. Point your toes, little external rotation through that hip, and lower it down. Reach out through those toes as you lower that leg. And allow it to come to rest. Left knee comes in, left arm extends out to a T. Right hand to the outside of the left knee, and gently pull your leg across your body. Taking your gaze out over that left arm, and then just close your eyes. So I know oftentimes pain and injury post-surgery is what leads us to yoga. I know it did me. And I thank my lucky stars every day. I was in chronic pain every day in my early 20s. and I found yoga, and all of a sudden the pain started to go away. And then all of a sudden I could start doing more and more stuff, the things I really wanted to do. And I was like, oh my goodness, why didn't I find this before now? Whatever your reason for finding yoga, for finding me, thank you. I'm glad you did. I'm glad you're here. Releasing that right hand, rolling it back to center. Extend that left leg to the sky. Point your toes, lengthen your leg, a little external rotation through your hip, and slowly lower that leg down. And allow it to come to rest. Just let your body be. Rest your hands comfortably wherever that might be for you. Let your feet just naturally roll open. Relax the shoulders. Close your eyes. Just breathing in good, positive, healing energy. Allowing that energy to just move freely throughout the body. Feeling a lightness and a calm. Here we set an intention for the day. We choose kindness, integrity, and grace. We make good choices for a healthy life, a happy life. Taking the time you need, gently walk your feet in, bending the knees and gently rolling to one side. We use the strength of our arms to help us come up to a seated position that feels right to you. Sit up nice and tall, rest your hands comfortably, close your eyes. Feel that length in the spine, the depth of your breath, aware of how the mind and the body are feeling right here. Present, grounded, energized and calm, ready for the rest of the day. Let's gently open the eyes, take a big breath in, reach to the sky. And exhale, pull the hands to heart center. I want to thank you for joining me today. Always an honor, you guys, always a privilege. I appreciate you more than you know. Be well, take care, light and love to each and every one of you. And until the next time, namaste.